Hello, welcome back to the sideboard. I am Corbin Hostler here at the Regional Championship at SCGCon in Hartford, Connecticut, and I'm joined by Harlan, who is battling today with a heck of a brew. We spotted it on camera earlier. It was kind of hard to define, honestly. The deck's got a lot going on, but a lot of strong stuff. So walk us through this Boros deck that you have found success with so far.
Yeah, so it's Boros mid-range kind of to a T. It's a little bit aggressively slanted. There's a lot of haste creatures. There's a lot of burn spells. It really helps you turn the corner. You don't have to fully grind your opponent out. You kind of just close the door fast enough. And yeah, haven't been having a ton of success today. I'm down to 3-3 now. I think the deck's pretty well positioned. And yeah, I came in, I wanted to build my deck around creatures that survive shock, right? Torch the Tower and Burst Lightning. Those are everywhere from the Prowess deck in any red deck, really. And that's really what I wanted to start with. So I started with Fear of Missing Out and Voice of Victory.
Well, I think a lot of people at home look at the standard lists and don't realize that so many lists do start with something at a high level like that. Like I want to make my deck, bulletproof against burn spells. And that leads to something that looks a little different than the Boros mice list, for instance, that we've seen over the last few months. You're playing cards like the Sarah Paragons and the Screaming Nemesis at the 3-drop. We've seen the Elspeth further up. What some of these, for lack of a better word, mid-rangey Boros cards offer you that some of the more pure aggressive builds don't?
Yeah, so really I started with just a basic Scryfall search for Boros cards that were legal and standard. It was 2 drops specifically with 3 toughness. And, Fear of Missing Out I knew.
Yeah.
I found Voice of Victory. It's a new card from TDM. And that was kind of my first building block. I was like, oh, Sheltered by Ghosts is really good against Prowess. And that is really cool with Voice of Victory because they can't kill your guy in response because they can't cast a spell on your turn.
That's right.
So then it was like, okay, how do I maximize this Voice of Victory card? And Screaming Nemesis and Tersa are really good follow-ups because, you attack for 6, your opponent can't remove that.
That's right.
Or if they, cast their removal spell in main phase because they have to, then you get to play an even better 3-drop and keep the pressure going.
The way is cleared.
Yeah, and after that, it was kind of just like, oh, well, this is cool, and add this in. And, kind of like you're in the kitchen. Bam, a little bit of that.
Well, yeah, once you've got a brew going and you realize that, hey, we're building something that maybe not a lot of people have worked on before, and we've seen some of the cool pieces of it. Of course, the Magebane Lizard is my favorite. Putting the Sheltered by Ghosts on the Magebane seems like a pretty good place to be
good
against all the
old-fashioned
spell
Splinter
decks.
Twin.
Splinter Twin out of the sideboard. Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, that's what I've been referring it to. And also back to the, it's hard to name the deck. Whenever people ask me what I'm playing, I've been joking, well, yeah, I'm playing Boros Vintage Cube.
Yeah,
the only spell in my main deck that is not in the current MTGO Vintage Cube is actually Lightning Helix. Every single other spell is in the current Vintage Cube.
I have to say, it shocked me that of all of them, Lightning Helix is the one that did not make the cut this time around.
I was actually surprised it wasn't, because it's just always been in. But
yeah,
right
so
now
close to having the whole deck be a legal Vintage Cube deck. Well, it's been a great standard deck, maybe not necessarily run the way you want it to so far today, but you do feel like you've got good matchups against a lot of what people are bringing to the field. Yeah,
I think I'm solidly ahead against Prowess, which was really, I think you're kind of foolish if you're not doing that.
Yeah.
Blue-black midrange is a deck I could see playing that doesn't do that, but they're good against everybody else. So, that's a balancing act there. I think I'm pretty, fine against everybody else. The big decks like Control and the Pixie deck is a nightmare for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, Harlan, thank you for chatting with us about this deck.
Absolutely.
It's one of the cooler things we have seen today. And good luck the rest of the weekend.
Thank you. I'm going to need it.
Yeah,
Back against the wall.
That's right. Well, thanks for hanging out.